Konnichiwa, gamers. My name is the Ultimate Gamer. Sounds like a fucking filthy Frank intro.
Konnichiwa. That's crazy.
Ohayo gozaimasu, gamers.
Yes, it is 6 p.m. Ohio gozaimasu.
Okay, it's morning for me, not for you, because you live in a fake country.
My country's not fake, it's just bad.
True. I guess for you it would be Konbanwa gamers.
Yes.
Doesn't make any sense for me though. It's still early for me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're doing the Awakenings tier list. We got footage of the Awakenings playing because I figure, hey, we may as well make this video look not like shit.
Yeah.
I still haven't expanded it to full screen, but I think that adds to the charm.
Yeah, of course. This is what 14.5 million GSP looks like a smash or It's gonna become a reaction video.
Oh, indeed. Oh my god, Joker! Don't worry, Joker, you can do this. Holy shit!
Fucking go!
Damn, did you just come?
No, okay, we gotta pull a reaction thing and just stay silent for the entire video. Don't say anything.
Ah, I can't take it anymore! I need to tell cum jokes!
Yes!
We should probably get to the point of the video.
I'm such a child.
Every single time, we always fail to understand what the point of our video subject is.
Also, can we talk about the music choice? I mean, we see this in the fucking background footage, and then the music in the background is, well, interesting.
Yeah, I got the video game Crime Jazz playing.
Fucking go.
I mean, Joker.
The actual Awakening kind of is.
So we're doing the Awakening tier list. Awakenings are some of the best scenes in the Persona series by far. They're the moment where a character goes, "Holy shit!" And this scene in particular, Joker goes, "Shh, I see dead people."
He's gonna release a diss track from Kamoshida. I'm gonna call him a certified lover boy, certified pedophile.
What? We always have the not like us jokes with the Kamoshida shit.
Exactly. It's
every
perfect.
fucking time. Yeah, I think Joker has an amazing awakening scene. Like,
Yeah,
by far the best awakening out of the Persona protagonists.
For sure. I mean, I love his awakening purely a big reason because, I mean, look how he smiled there in the beginning of the game. You can very much tell he's a very calm, almost emotionless individual, and then we see his awakening where he's smiling like a fucking demon.
Yeah.
And I think that's sick.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. And like, what I love about this is that for the first time in the game, Joker's been dealing with some crazy ass shit. He hasn't been able to express himself at all because he's been trapped by the society that he's in. Arguably more so than the other characters. Like, at least Ryuji is able to, still have aspects of Ryuji to him. Joker hasn't been able to say beep boop or I'm a father at all in this run so far.
Yeah. And he doesn't have a father at this point.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because Sojiro almost certainly doesn't treat him like a son at this point.
Yeah.
So, like, the moment where Joker is, finally stands up to Kamoshida and is able to give off that devilish smile, that's the first time we get to see the personality that Joker has. It's a personality that was teased at the beginning of the game, because, like, you gotta be some sort of cheeky bastard in order to stop a woman from getting essayed by a fucking dickhead.
Well, yeah, of course. And the cutscene we see in the first thing where he, like, drops through a window and shit.
Oh, yeah, that too. And, like, you finally get to see, like, him being able to, have that aspect of himself without getting weighed down by others. It's such a well executed scene. That I fucking love that devilish smile he gives off, because that's the
The devilish
personality
smile
of
is definitely
Joker
my
that I
favorite
love.
part. Yeah.
And it's stuff like this that makes Joker, in my opinion, the best Persona protagonist. Apparently, you gets more development in the Persona 4 anime, but I haven't seen that yet. And I mean, Makoto Yuki's kind of boring. Is that a hot take? I mean, I think saying anything negative about Persona 3 is a hot take.
I don't know. I haven't played much. I didn't play much of Persona 3. And it's
Persona 3 is a good
anyway.
game too. I'm not trying to diss it.
Yeah, it's quite slow. That's my only gripe with it. So I haven't.
Yeah,
Really
and that's
much.
every Persona game that isn't 5.
Yeah.
Because I love Persona 4 a lot. That game has such an infamously slow start. But yeah, I think this Awakening is like everything Joker related is S tier.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, he is the protagonist.
Yep, and like it does such a good job as well. I think kind of think of it. I'm pretty yeah, because like it's just crazy comparing this like Persona 4's Awakening, where he just kind of gets the persona. There's not anything that he has to actually do to obtain it. Well, the methods of obtaining a persona are different in every Persona game, which I think is probably something to go into.
Yeah.
Persona 3, it's by testing your resolve with the gunshot.
You commit suicide! You commit Shiho!
I think the only...
Persona 3 was foreshadowing Shiho the entire time!
One of my favorite moments... I'm pretty sure the protagonist is the only character that gets a proper awakening in Persona 3, although I might also have memory loss. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know either.
Although that awakening is genuinely really well done.
Yeah.
And Persona 4 awakenings happen when you accept your true self, which means that the first 3 awakenings are kind of boring because the plot is very much rushing to give you more party members. But after that, the awakenings in Persona 4 are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 3rd loop we've done of Joker's Awakening.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the longest scene, and we yap a lot, so...
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's by far the longest of these. And yes, we do yap a lot. Should we just do the Awakenings videos individually at this point?
Yeah.
Alright, Persona 5, Morgana Awakening. We'll have this on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Morgana's Awakening is probably the weakest in the game, minus Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm.
It does a decent job of showing off Morgana's overly cocky personality, but just like there's like no build up or stakes to this one. There's
no emotional attachment to Morgana at this point. With Joker, there was obviously all the shit that he's gone through. Ryuji, we know he's gone through a lot of shit because of Kamoshida. Morgana is a cat we met about 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. Like,
so
I think
it's kind of weak.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of automatically D tier.
Yeah.
Compared to other Awakenings. It's not a horrible Awakening, it's just like...
It just doesn't really exist.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of isn't an Awakening at all.
Yeah.
I really have nothing to add to this.
There's genuinely nothing to say about this.
Yeah, it's like the most nothing Awakening.
Yeah.
Alright, we got Ryuji, baby.
We don't want the fucking battle, we don't want to shield something.
We'll do just the cutscene version.
Yeah.
Because that's the part we actually care about. I fucking love Ryuji's Awakening.
Oh, same.
That's one of my favorite Awakenings in the game.
For sure. Look at his eyes, cuz!
Yeah. Alright. Rewatching this cutscene, Ryuji's the one who, like... seems to struggle the most before getting his mask, even.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I kind of get it, though. I mean, because Kamoshida completely fucked this dude over.
Oh, for sure. And that animation itself
Yeah.
is amazing.
One of the best executed. And the thing is, too, is that this has one of the best build-ups to its awakening as well.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like, it's a lot better than Joker's build-up. Well, I wouldn't say it's a lot better, but I definitely prefer it over Joker's build-up.
Yeah,
the
I
cutscene
prefer
itself isn't nearly as good as Joker's, but it's also not nearly as long, so it's a lot easier to rewatch.
For sure.
I think this one also deserves S tier. Not sure if I put it above Joker though.
No, I wouldn't put it above Joker's, but it's very definitely S tier.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite Awakening cutscenes in the game.
Yeah.
The Awakening tier list is going to be extremely top-heavy, by the way. Awakenings tend to be some of the best scenes in this game.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for sure. Another example would be On. I think On is the B tier character of all time, but she also has one of the best Awakening scenes in the game because, I mean, Kamoshida seems to do that to people.
Yeah.
Like, this is, because, like, because this was after, Shiho committed Tower Arcana,
Yeah.
that fucking joke is so stupid.
Tower Arcana, yeah, of course. With the most iconic scene in the game. The funniest scene in the game.
Absolutely funniest. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
When Shiho jumped, I said a mega lol.
Oh my god. Yeah, so like, right after Kamoshida fucking draked her best friend. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Precisely.
after he struck a chord and it was probably A minor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, On had to deal with that shit, and then Kamoshida fucking tied her up and shit.
Yeah, and then her persona looks fucking amazing, like stepping on a dude.
Yeah, like
I wish that was me, I can't lie.
I know, right? Like she's all she's all tied up.
And then she fucking takes that sword and slices her fake in half. That went hard.
Yeah, like that is a fucking awesome moment. Like I think Ryuji's is better like built up to, but On is probably one of the best executed awakenings in the game.
Sure. Yeah.
Crazy to think too, because like I'm not a massive fan of On's character. I like her. I like On. She's likable. I just think she's one of the weaker party members in terms of like story stuff. But her awakening is, honest to God, a candidate for best awakening in the game.
Yeah, I mean, as you said before, she's the B tier of all B tier characters, but this awakening's really good.
Yeah, I mean her character arc peaks with this awakening.
Yeah.
And then the game doesn't really do too much with her afterward.
Yeah.
But like,
and then obviously we've got the fight with the guy who's taking a massive shite.
Yeah, I love how Kamoshida has some of the most cursed
I know, it's kind of strange.
Like the fucking toilet demon.
Literally, he's taking a shit.
Yeah, and then they removed this in Royal, but
that's me when I've had that's what in American when they've had Taco Bell.
I don't eat Taco Bell, so I can't confirm or deny that.
Neither, but I've heard enough stories to know.
Yeah,
I would never see American food.
Yeah, they cut this in Royal, but in Vanilla there was a mini boss right before the palace. That's a slime that looks exactly like a penis. It is the third.
Really good thing that Persona 5 has over Persona 5 Royal.
Don't worry though, they reused that mini boss for the third Will Seed.
Oh, okay.
So you definitely fought it.
Definitely, but I probably wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, it looks exactly like a dick. I don't know how you couldn't have made the correlation.
I was more focused on Joker's massive ass.
Fair! You can't even really see his ass through that jacket.
Anyway, away from Joker's massive arcs.
Yeah,
And
and there
onto
are
the
a
awakening.
few more things that I want to mention though. The fact
Mhm.
that Anna's tied down during her awakening, and yet
Yeah,
she's about to obtain her mask while she's tied down. I mean, of course, in order to release yourself from that pain, you had to like take off the mask. So she fucking becomes so strong that she breaks the goddamn chains in order to awaken her persona. That is a fucking
yeah.
awesome attention to detail.
On God.
Like, I don't know if I put it above Joker's, but I think this is very close to being the best awakening in the game.
Yeah. I
Again,
agree.
Anna isn't my favorite character, but her awakening, so good. They
This is
executed
the
it
best
so
part about
well.
An's character for sure.
I think it's better than Ryuji's awakening, but I'm not
I
quite
feel like
willing to
they've-
put it above Joker.
I wouldn't put it above Joker's, no.
But hey, this is what Kamoshida does to you. You either get you're either Morgana or have 3 S tiers. In everything
Exactly.
about
I
the
mean-
first arc of Persona 5 is S tier. I'm not gonna lie.
Very true, to be honest.
Yeah, and then we already
And we did talk about this briefly in one of the other videos.
yeah in the party member tier list. I think we talked about how good
Yes.
Yusuke's awakening is.
yes,
Yusuke
his
is
awakenings,
another
I mean.
character who has one of the best awakenings in the game.
Yeah.
Wow, it's almost like there's a lot of S tier awakening scenes.
Man.
Because yeah, I would say this is another S tier.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I do think that the awakenings generally get weaker after this point, but
Yeah, definitely.
like Yusuke, I think is the last S tier awakening. Well, one of the last for quite a
Yes.
long time at least.
Yes.
Yeah, like the fact that his fucking nails are bleeding due to like just how
I mean-
crushed he is by the fact that
Yeah.
Madarame, the person that he looked up to, the person that he was denying was a piece of shit, could possibly abuse him, and then him getting the resolve to finally stand up to him. I mean, it's such a good scene.
Yeah. I think, obviously, it's very, very hard to be able to go through with scratching the floor so hard that all your fingers bleed. So, him having, I guess, the courage to do that is very, very impressive and very nice. And
For sure.
Makes me love this even more.
Like the it's just such a personal moment for Yusuke too, because Yusuke is the only character in the game who was actively in denial, actively against you going against his abuser.
Yeah.
So to see someone like him finally step up to that abuse it's so gratifying to see. This is such a rewarding moment.
So one thing that happens with Yusuke is this directly after he finds out that he finds something out right before this, I think. think
Yeah,
he
it's the
find-
painting
this is-
of him that
Yeah, so he with the other people, all that shit has been happening before, so they knew what was going on. But this at this awakening, he's just found out a massive truth, and that everything was kind of a lie, which makes it even more powerful because it's a result of him finding out the truth instead of something that he always knew of.
yeah. Like it's it's an amazing scene. I really love Yusuke's character arc. And even though like Madarame isn't nearly as good of a villain as Kamoshida is, Yusuke is such a good character on his own that the Madarame arc still manages to be
Yeah.
a highlight of the game for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, S tier. I don't know if I put him
Yeah.
quite above Ryuji.
They're very close. I could put them in either place.
Yeah, I think I slightly prefer Ryuji, but they're
Okay,
kind of
I think-
interchangeable for me.
Honestly, all of S tier is really close.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Like,
I
these are
think
some
it-
amazing awakenings.
Yeah. Then we have Makoto.
Makoto's awakening. I feel like it's a bit of a hot take for me saying that this one isn't S tier. because a lot of people love this awakening. I really like it too. This is an amazing awakening. I just don't think it's quite S tier.
No, it's not, because there isn't that personal thing with Kaneshiro in particular. Obviously,
And don't get me wrong,
he does have
Kaneshiro
those-
is a piece of shit. Like,
sure.
fucking Kaneshiro is like threatening her into sex work and shit. I mean, it's some fucked up shit. It's just like Kaneshiro
has no personal beef with.
Yeah, none of the beef feels personal. It's just like it's very impersonal.
It's just business to him.
Because like Kaneshiro would do this to anyone. With Kamoshida, it's like very specifically Ryuji and An that he's fucking over.
Mm-hmm.
Along with like, I guess Mishima, but Mishima's an NPC,
Goku.
so.
Yeah. So, I love this awakening. Because, I mean, it's so unexpected, obviously, because before this awakening, we didn't see any sort of wild side to Makoto. And then we suddenly see this here with a fucking motorbike and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But because there's no personal thing with Kaneshiro, and it's just like, oh, people underestimate me. It's not... it can't be S tier.
Yeah.
With
However,
the
I still
that we already have an S tier.
I think I'd vouch for this being A tier though, because
I agree.
Because Makoto as a character, like, because she's been bossed around throughout the entire game, not been allowed to be her own person. So for her to just finally fucking break, go into that fucking motorcycle, I mean, it's such a satisfying cutscene. It's
Honestly.
pretty easily the best moment in the Kaneshiro arc.
Yeah, and even after they escape the palace, all the Phantom Thieves are like, I'm never pissing off Makoto ever again.
Yeah.
Never.
Like, this is an amazing awakening.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, even when you're not an S tier awakening, it's still a like super duper good awakening.
Yeah.
And then next up is Futanari.
Futanari, let's go. My favorite.
Yeah. I suppose we can use this video for the...
Yes.
Yeah, Futaba's awakening is interesting because it comes in through the boss fight. It's just naturally integrated into the boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, story-wise, this is one of the more naturally integrated awakenings.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really hard to judge this awakening because of how different it is from the other awakenings.
Yeah, it's hard to say this is better because it does this better or that better. Because they're so different, they do different things.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to compare with the others.
Oh my god, 69 is there. I didn't even realize that
way.
until...
Neither!
Why do I care so much about
This
that?
is Futaba's search history on this.
Yeah, I do really like this awakening, though.
Same.
Because
I mean,
the only thing I could kind of like nitpick is that it happening later means that honestly doesn't make it more or less impactful. I genuinely don't know. Again, this is such a hard awakening to talk about.
I don't know, because I mean, you've already kind of been focused on the boss fight, and it does kind of distract from the boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
So while it's cool, and I like the premise, I don't like how it happens already in the middle of a very important part.
Yeah.
But it does give this boss fight a lot more, what's it called? It makes it more interesting, obviously, because now, before, there wasn't much motivation for fighting her mother, because we didn't really know she was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point we don't what Futaba says and stuff is is what all we know is what Futaba says, and she says all this stuff, so we don't genuinely think that her mother's fully evil. So I'm happy that this exists, but at the same time, I don't like the fact that the awakening's being used in the middle of the boss fight to make the boss fight more interesting, you know?
Yeah, but at the same time, where else could they realistically place this? I mean...
Oh, for sure. It was mainly, I think a big reason was lack of other alternative.
Because there really wasn't another alternative.
Yeah.
I like this awakening a lot, but I feel like Futaba's character arc is... I never think of Futaba's awakening specifically.
Neither.
Because I think of more so just Futaba's palace as a whole. As like her character arc. With other characters, the awakenings are a significantly bigger part of their character arcs. And while Futaba's is kind of like the end of the character arc and not the beginning, which is that's what makes it different from the other ones.
Yeah, I think the awakening feels like the pinnacle of like their character, but when you have an entire palace and stuff, it kind of messes that up. So a lot of the importance of the awakening is lost because you've had all this stuff happen before.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to rank.
It's still a good awakening though. I honestly think B tier.
Honestly I was gonna say B tier as well.
It feels awfully low for a character as good as Futaba, but that's what happens with tier lists sometimes.
Yeah.
Then Haru's next, right? Haru's awakening I'm mixed on, because the build-up is fucking dog shit, but the awakening scene itself is really good.
Especially because it's not really her awakening. She did technically have a persona, right?
I mean, honest to God, the fact that she had persona, that aspect of the story makes no fucking sense. Can I talk about that?
Yeah, it's meant to be because like she got a persona. It feels like it was kind of like illegitimate. It was like, Morgana doing stupid things.
Here's my question: how could Morgana be saved by Haru when she hadn't fully awakened yet? That's insane.
Like, apparently she didn't awaken to a full persona, but it does feel very boring. I mean, to me, what this feels like is they didn't want to do the same thing again, so they had to make it different somehow, so that's what they chose to do.
Yeah,
it feels like her entire character, like, her entire story is, we didn't want to do the same thing for the 5th time, so we're gonna make it different, but they didn't really think about it much.
Yeah, I mean, in general, Haru's execution is so disappointing.
Yeah, I think everything about Haru is good idea, horrible execution.
Yeah, because I like Haru. She's a really fun character. It's just like the game did her so fucking dirty.
Yeah, they gave her a massive forehead and no screen time and shitty character arc.
Hey. Massive foreheads are a good thing. I will stand by that. I love her massive forehead.
That's just you coping.
I am not coping. I like big foreheads. There's a reason I dated Chihiro in Persona 3.
Crazy.
I just like big foreheads.
Not because you had a big forehead. There's no way that you saw and said, she's got a big forehead. I want to have sex with her.
Okay, that wasn't the main reason why, but...
Exactly.
On God, though, I might have something hidden in there. We're not going to explore that, though. That isn't the subject of this video.
Haru's awakening is so bad that we've spoken about her massive forehead for about as long as her awakening.
I will defend Haru's forehead, goddammit! She has a good character design, fuck you!
By the sun that reflects off that thing!
Because
she's so lucky she has a hat on. She takes off that hat and she's finished.
To be fair though, that hat has some great drip.
It is.
I mean, Phantom Thief outfits in general are fucking amazing. If I was a fashion
Yeah.
expert, I'd be fucking coming at the site. I'm already coming at the site.
But yeah, this Awakening is kind of dead.
I actually disagree with you, though. I think Haru's Awakening is good, but nothing crazy.
I think it's C tier.
I think it's like a low B tier personally, but
Fair enough, we can put it in B tier if you want.
yeah. While we're at it, I don't think Morgana's Awakening is D tier levels of bad. I don't think there's a true D tier in this tier list.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's not bad. It's just not that good.
The only D tier is Robin Hood, but we both agreed we're going to be doing Loki's Awakening anyway. Oh yeah, right.
Speaking of which,
Akechi Awakening Loki, which we got to make that distinction because the Robin Hood Awakening sucks.
yeah,
I mean, the Robin Hood Awakening is hardly an actual awakening. But this Loki Awakening, S tier, in my opinion, the best in the entire game.
yes, of course.
I mean, I'm biased as fuck because Akechi is my favorite character in this game, but
It's either best or second best, and I think it's best.
I think it's best. Because, like, this is the moment... Because Akechi has been hiding his true self for the entire game. And this is the moment where he gets to unabashedly beat himself, even if that self is a fucking crazy psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's the other guys like holding their head in pain, and this guy literally became a psychopath.
Yeah. Like, it's some great shit.
Yeah, like he's a bad guy, but I can't lie, it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. The craziest thing too is that the Loki Awakening is made even better and royal by the fact that we get to see more of the Loki persona in Maruki's palace, and because we in vanilla you get absolutely no time with this form.
Oh yeah, you just have this battle, right?
Yeah, and then after that he just dies. But on Persona 5 Royal, you get to actually see him with this personality. And that makes this Awakening even better than it was in Vanilla.
Yeah.
Because I'm one of the few people who defends Vanilla Akechi. I like Vanilla Akechi, even though Royal Akechi is so much fucking better.
Yeah.
The some of my favorite parts of Maruki's Palace weren't like the main story shit. It was just getting to see more of Akechi. Because Akechi is even more charming, even more likable when he's this fucking crazy psychopath guy. Because that is Akechi's true self.
Let's be real, that's Akechi.
Yeah.
Also, can we talk about how like all the Phantom Thieves are like, yo, this guy can use 2 personas? He's so cool. And then you've got Joker right there with like 200 personas in the back.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised that they didn't carry on Akechi's multiple persona mechanic for Maruki's Palace.
I think, yeah, because I think at the start, I think he gets to choose.
Yeah.
Like, but he can only choose one. Like, when he gets there, he chooses. You don't get to switch. You're not that good. You're not the protagonist. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, because Loki has Debilitate, which automatically makes him more useful than Robin Hood.
Yeah, let's be real. Robin Hood is absolute dog. So, it don't really matter. I wouldn't use it anyway. Why use fucking heavy damage on one foe when I could use, like, almighty damage on all foes? Let's be real.
Yeah. Like, Loki is a much stronger persona than Robin Hood, and Loki's Awakening is much stronger than Robin Hood's.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Akechi is the best Awakening in the game.
Yep.
And then,
Sumire.
we're gonna do the Sumire Awakening, because Kasumi is just boring as fuck.
We don't really care
Well,
about
we're just gonna ignore Kasumi from now on.
Kasumi's true awakening.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good scene. Because, I mean, Sumire's been in complete denial about her circumstances for the entire game.
Blood said she tried to summon her persona, and the persona said no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rewatch a little bit of this cutscene just to get my full opinion on it. Because I've only seen this one once. Because I mean, I played vanilla, but this wasn't in vanilla, so I've only played royal once.
Yeah, I've only seen this 4 times, so I'm not very big expert on this one.
Yeah, this is the moment where Sumire finally accepts that she is Sumire and not Kasumi. And that she can still be strong despite being Sumire. It's great shit. Like, this is the ultimate moment where any doubts of Maruki's, of whether Maruki is in the right or not, are drowned away. Because Sumire is a far more interesting person as Sumire than as Kasumi, who is just kind of fake and boring.
Because let's be, they're sisters and stuff, but she don't know Kasumi enough to beat Kasumi. Let's be real.
Yeah. And that moment where Kasumi reaches out her hand to Sumire is great shit.
Yeah.
This is an amazing awakening. Probably another S tier one, honestly.
Yeah.
Very top-heavy list, I know, but I think this is deserving.
The only annoying thing is the beginning of the awakening's kind of boring, but the latter half of the awakening is very, very good.
Yeah, and then like with everything Sumire related, there is the fact that she's already awakened to her persona as Kasumi, and that cutscene was nothing special. The fact that she is a persona user, that surprise is drowned out. So it's not like as big of a revelation as the S tiers. I actually think I talked myself into A tier. I think it's top of A tier though.
I think if there's a lot of it is S tier, but there are certain things in this that just make it so it's not as good. And when you have awakenings like we have in S tier,
because the S tier ones I have literally no issues with.
Yeah, there's no issues really with the S tier one. So even the smallest flaws kind of have to put you in A tier just because of what is in S tier. I think on any other tier list, on a tier list,
because like on another tier list, Mikoto's would have been S tier too. Honestly,
it would have been S tier. But in a tier list like this with all these amazing awakenings, it's not really S tier.
Yeah, still an amazing awakening though. It's great.
Oh, for sure.
The Maruki has 2 awakening cutscenes. They're very, they have different executions. The first one takes place in the hospital bed, and that shit's fucking chilling. One of the best cutscenes in the game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, the flashback with Rumi. So I guess wow, this is an 8-minute cutscene. Damn.
I think they have all the cutscenes, like from all 3 of the videos.
That makes sense. Yeah, this is one of the best moments in the game, because there's just so much to talk about with this one. Like, Maruki awakens to his persona, removes Rumi of the pain that she's in, and yet in order to do so, Rumi has to forget about the things that she loved along with the things that she lost. And Maruki accepts this. Because Maruki, as well, is mentally damaged from that trauma.
For sure.
And he's not willing to accept that Rumi will eventually be better off with him than without.
Yeah.
It's genuinely fucking depressing.
It's very sad, because what Maruki does is wrong, but like, you can see why he does it.
It's very understandable too. And it's not even, and intention-wise, Maruki thinks he's being virtuous with what he's doing, and in one way he kinda is.
Yeah.
But the what ends up being what ends up getting costed because of it, it just leaves in more holes. Like, it's This is one of the best cutscenes in the entire game. Only real nitpick could be that it's not a particularly visually interesting cutscene or anything, but it doesn't need to be. The story itself
I think,
holds its weight.
yeah, with everything about Maruki, I think it's very much not about like the visuals and stuff. It's about the dialogue and stuff like that. It's very dialogue heavy.
Like, this is an amazing scene. And then the next scene is the one where he realizes, oh wait, I'm God.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty important scene. Like this is also a really good scene. It's not nearly as good as the Rumi flashback, but like, of course it wouldn't be. The Rumi flashback is a contender for best Maruki related thing in the game.
One of, yes.
Yeah. This scene though is really well done. Even if it is more simple. Maruki wanted to get back at his professor that denied him. And then when his persona says, "Oh yeah, right, you can become God, by the way," he's like,
yeah, he's like, that's like the baby accidentally taps you. You drop kick it into fucking France. Like,
yeah.
He said, "You annoyed me minorly, so I'm gonna become God." How about that, huh?
I wouldn't even really say it's a minor annoyance. Like this is the dude that prevented him from getting his
It's definitely not a minor annoyance, but like compared to becoming fucking God, it kind of is.
Yeah, and like this is also a really cool scene for how it shows that Maruki knew about all the shit going on with Shido.
Yeah.
That's also a really big revelation. Going, damn, this dude is a lot more important, has a lot more power due to his affinity for cognitive science than we had ever thought of during his confidant when he was just the therapist.
Yeah, I mean, this is the definition of information is power.
Yeah. Because, like, Maruki is not very structured.
This is why I said I only came here out of spite. The therapist, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, the therapist. I love how the therapist character is one of the most mentally damaged characters in the entire
Mom's
game.
life. Maruki's just on copium this entire game.
Yeah. And like, it's understandable too. I mean, the dude had to deal with some fucking traumatic shit.
Yeah. So what he does is the equivalent of making suicidal people go to other suicidal people for advice on how to not be suicidal.
Yeah.
You're mentally damaged? After Kamushida? Talk to a mentally damaged person like myself.
Maruki's awakenings are very different in structure to the other awakenings.
You missed the actual awakening bit, you dickhead! Look, the persona's right there, cuz!
Yeah, like, this dude is like, oh yeah, I can't see anything wrong. And then the persona's like, alright, bet, my time to show up. And then this is where he's like, oh yeah, right, you can become God, by the way.
Yeah. Like, Joker thinks he's all that by having 3 personas. And then this guy's just gone.
Yeah. Alright, come to think of it, yeah, because the palace exists outside of the metaverse, right? Because he just turns the entire world into the metaverse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's how it works.
Mementos in the real world again.
Yeah.
Well, what he does is he effectively takes control of all of Mementos. And since Mementos and the real world were fused, he essentially took control of the real world too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because like because the game established early on that that Persona users can't be palace rulers, but that is actually a genuinely good explanation for how a Persona user could be a palace user. Just the entire world is a palace.
Technically, you could say it's not a palace. It's like, I don't know, a bit in the real world that's just kind of structured like a palace, but it is a palace, really.
Yeah. So it's like not really a palace, but it's functionally a palace.
It's like, it's like the gray area.
Yeah. And then that
So
fucking pose he makes right here, where he's like,
the anime glasses.
oh, that's good shit.
The white anime glasses. When he's got an idea.
Yeah, like that's some good shit. I really like Maruki's Awakening. I don't really know how I would have it stack up against the others because it is so different.
Yeah.
Like,
That's hard.
I don't know, it doesn't really have the same feeling of catharsis that the S tier Awakenings do.
Yeah.
I think I'd still put it in A tier though.
A tier, but like top.
Probably top of A tier. It feels really weird putting anything Maruki related not in S tier, but
Yeah, I think it depends on what you're comparing it to.
yeah.
And in this circumstance, it doesn't do everything that the other Awakenings do, so it's quite weird to put it in S tier.
Yeah. Again, all of the A tier Awakenings would be S tier if there wasn't already 5 S tier Awakenings.
Yeah, exactly.
The Awakenings in this game are extremely strong. They're some of the best moments in the entire game.
For sure.
Like, just consistently filled with so much more than any other scene of the game. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the tier list. How long did we yap for? 40, almost 50 minutes.
How
Jesus
did
Christ.
we do this? We yapped for 44 minutes over 2-minute cutscenes.
It's crazy too. You're like, oh yeah, right. We should do like a short lightning round of just a whole bunch of different tier lists. And I'm like, dude, an Awakening tier list is gonna take like at least 40 minutes.
In my head, I'm thinking there is no way that it's probably like 25 minutes. They're like 1-minute cutscenes, and we've already talked about these characters so much, and they're confident and random these tier lists.
I mean, that's
40 minutes
how,
yeah.
Like, I don't even really know if it goes to show how good Persona 5 is anymore. It just goes to show how obsessed we are.
I think it's both.
Yeah.
It's also a testament of how much we can yap, because in between we also talked about big foreheads and other shit.
I'm still pissed off about that, by the way. You need to understand the appeal of a big forehead, goddammit. Oh my fucking god.
Big forehead elevator.
I think it's funny too, because like I simultaneously like foreheads, and yet I also like veins that cover up like eyebrows, kind of like Sumire has going on. I like both styles a lot. I have like no in between.
That's
with that
like Yusuke's best girl.
Oh yeah, Yusuke is totally best girl. Yusuke is both. Holy shit!
He's got
best
both,
girl.
Exactly. Because Yates has a massive forehead, he hides it, but he doesn't hide it all, so he's kind of proud of it. That's why Yusuke is best girl.
Yusuke actually might just have the best character design in this game. Holy shit!
His persona looks sick as well.
Indeed, the persona has that fucking pompadour. He ain't fucking afraid of his forehead.
That's crazy. Okay.
I really love the persona design of Goemon, by the way. The fucking delinquent.
Yeah.
One of the coolest persona designs in the game. Oh, we should do a party members persona design tier list.
Yes, we should.
We definitely gotta do that.
Leave the battle stuff to me. I'm gonna rank every persona at some point.
Yeah, we're eventually doing that. Should we just do like a persona designs ranking?
I mean, we could.
Honest to God, that we could make that a thing.
We should.
Yeah.
Okay, outro.
Yeah. Want to record that today or wait for another day?
Wait for another day. That's gonna take too long.
Yeah, fair enough. We could probably do it. We could probably take care of a shorter tier list today, though, if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll stop the recording for that then and get on to
Yeah, we should probably do that instead of talk about behind the scenes shit while recording.
Alright. Johnny gamers, sayonara gamers. Reminder that I do indeed have a Patreon. Oh yeah, right. They have the iOS.
What the
change.
fuck?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Now so there's like a 30% price increase.
Oh,
for
not
iOS
this
users.
bullshit. They're adding that to Patreon or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Granted, If you can probably just bypass that extra money by just paying on
PayPal.
PC, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm doing anyway.
Apple's a fucking scummy company for that shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect Patreon pay though, by the way. It just makes tier slightly more expensive for the user. Which means that I get paid the exact same thing, up.
Yeah, pay on PC.
Because my 24 a month is definitely going to pay me rent.
Exactly. I mean, in this economy, of course it would.
Indeed. I'm actually extremely appreciative of it, though. The fact that I even get donations at all is something to be grateful of.
Guys, we need to add 2 more paid Patreons and keep the total the same so we can have 9 and 11, please.
Yeah. I actually have, I actually did spruce up the Patreon, though. New PFP, new banner,
Yo.
and then I got new icons, because they're Persona 5 themed. I figured I may as well make them look Persona 5 themed.
Nice.
And some new rewards, too. We have, exclusive videos, which I'd already done, but now I'm actually advertising this. This includes previews, because I'm doing video previews for all my anime channel videos now, along with the Pokemon stuff, if I decide to keep making those. And then for uncut subscribers, you have a video suggestion every other week. For this channel specifically, you can force me to make whatever the fuck you want. Which I am terrified to see what horrible video ideas you guys come up with.
I'm gonna suggest something that will get your channel demonetized.
I'm sure you will. The video suggestions can be done through the Discord server, which you are automatically joined to when you become a Patreon. So it's something to consider. Video suggestions only apply to the Uncut channel, by the way. I can't be bothered to make a scripted video that wasn't an idea that someone else came up with.
Yeah, you did that once, didn't go well.
Yeah, I tried that once and then realized, oh wait, I don't have motivation to make things that aren't my idea if they're scripted stuff. Which is why video suggestions are very specifically an uncut thing. Video suggestions also used to be a tier 1 upgrade, but I decided I gotta make it tier 2, since I can't have them be too abundant.
For sure.
So yeah, that's oh yeah, right. I also had to thank my patrons. I want to give a big thank you to my. I want to give a big thank you to my Phantom tier patrons, Mystic Owl, Jesse, and Squizzy, and my Confidant tier patrons, Regimania, Plasma, Eternum, and Ghoul. As always, thank you, Plasma, as well, for your patronage. It means a lot. Well, yeah, that's the Awakening tier list. I wonder if there's any hot takes in here, and we gotta do the cringe outro now. I already kind of did it, but I'll do it again.
You kind of did like halfway through, but then you forgot like the things that you kind of had to do. But
yeah, the Patreon stuff I gotta plug every time. So
yeah.
All right, John A. Gamers. I'll see you another time. Bye. Oh wait, I meant Sayonara. I'm not allowed to.
Johnny Gamers, guys.
Bye bye.